So I started the carnivore diet last September of 2023. And since then, I've been using it consistently, at least a 90% principle, which is technically considered a meat-based diet. And since I've been doing it this way, I've been able to find a lot of benefits in many, many ways because it just works. It works for weight loss maintenance. It also helps me, set the stage for other things that I might want to do when it comes to fasting or basic eating experiments throughout this weight loss journey. Because I've been using all kinds of different fasting principles and eating strategies, basically to keep it interesting and hopefully keep me entertained throughout the process as I lose weight. And this helps me lose weight as a result of just being consistent because I'm changing up things from day to day. But this week I've been kind of bombarded with 3 different weight loss coaches in general that are telling me I'm wrong. They're telling me I'm doing it wrong. They're telling me, this isn't the right idea. It's not sustainable, that type of nonsense, yada, yada, yada. And their biggest thing is they're falling back on they have clients. So they have clients, so that means they know more than me. I don't have any clients, so I guess I don't know anything. But what I do know is exactly what's happening to me as I'm going through it all. And I also have a really good team of doctors up here, that have been watching what I'm doing. They're taking care of anything I might need. And there hasn't been a whole lot of anything that I've had to do with them besides go get basic blood work, get it checked once in a while, do my routine checkups and stuff like that. And that's about it. But I'm thinking, these guys that are these weight loss coaches that are so freaking brilliant, they keep saying it's okay to have a little bit of sugar. It's perfectly normal to have a little bit of sugar. And I just want to call them nonsense. You don't tell a morbidly obese person that's struggling to lose weight it's okay to have a little bit of sugar. How about tell them the opposite? How about you just completely remove sugar for a long time, potentially forever, and see where that gets you? Now, in my case, removing sugar has gained me a whole lot. Mental clarity is one of those things. I have the ability to think for myself. So I'm guessing these weight loss coaches and, people that say, oh, you can lose weight and eat a ton of sugar, they just got the mindset wrapped around them that they need customers. Because when you're overindulging in sugar, which happens incredibly fast, incredibly easily, you wind up going off the rails. You stay off the rails. You don't tend to come back. And you need these weight loss type coaches to help you get through whatever it is you're trying to get through. It's a big, giant circle. It's kind of a mess. So I avoid these people like the plague. I do talk to them once in a while because I have questions, and sometimes they have some pretty decent answers on some things. Now, the one thing that they always talk about is up your protein. I mean, the carnivore diet in itself is upping your protein. You're getting a lot of vitamins and minerals and nutrients from the meats that we're eating. You can always mix up your meats with sardines, oysters, eggs. Doesn't all have to be a ribeye steak. That's where I got confused in the very beginning of the carnivore diet, was because I was just thinking, oh, I need to eat ribeye steak. Well, that's super expensive. The majority of us can't afford that. So I wanted to try to do my own type of carnivore diet, which is basically a budget-friendly carnivore diet where I eat like 80-20 burger meat, other very, very inexpensive cuts of meat, a lot of eggs. There's a lot of bacon in there. Some cheese, although cheese does tend to create a problem at times. So you need to watch what kind of cheese, how the cheese is made, where it comes from. Is it processed? Does it have vegetable oil or seed oil in it? Because some cheeses do. So I tend to stay away from the orange cheeses because those tend to be a little bit more processed than some of the others. So I go for a lot of the white cheeses like provolone or Swiss or whatever else that's kind of a white cheese. American cheese, that's technically not a cheese, so we're not even going to talk about that one. So now the easiest way to deal with stress when you're doing a weight loss journey, carnivore diet, or anything like that is simply just don't focus on the scale. If you're super stressed out, stay away from the scale at all costs. This week's been a stressful week for me. I'm driving around right now because I had to go survey a spot to hopefully drop my wife's Jeep off at the shop. I had to make sure there's enough room there. That was one thing added in there. So I've been staying away from the scale. I did weigh myself a couple days. I'm still officially under 300 pounds per last week's video, where I managed to figure out how to break my weight loss stall. Now, that was amazing because I lost about 14 pounds in that video. I've been doing great. I feel fantastic. And I had to also consider you got to be realistic when you're doing a dramatic weight loss week like that because, I was just in a serious calorie deficit of 650 calories per day for 5 days. I lost about 14 pounds. Now, when you do a weight loss week like that, you tend to gain a little bit back once you start adding in what you would normally eat, whatever it is. If it's a ribeye steak, if it's burger patties, a little bit of cheese, you're going to gain some weight back. You're looking at about anywhere from 3 to 6 pounds coming back on after you do a serious weight loss week. And that's perfectly normal. So just keep that in mind. Don't get frustrated if you hear about, whatever the weight is, it's going up a little bit, because it's only going to go up a little bit. And then once you do a regular type maintenance week, like I'm doing this week, because I'm horribly stressed, because I had this Jeep breakdown too. I had several issues going on with it. I got it fixed. And now I'm just getting back on plan. Today is Sunday. We're going to head on into next week. And I have a specific plan already in place for next week. I'm planning on recreating some of the previous egg fasting that I've tried before. So I'm going to be doing an entire week, 5 solid days, nothing but eggs. I want to see if I can get an additional weight loss there. I would like to see the numbers on the scale because we're doing this for weight loss. I would like to see the numbers on the scale hit somewhere around 289 pounds by next week on Saturday. That's when I do my weigh-ins. And then I'll make a video about that, let everybody know how it's going. And I always come back every week, regardless if my video's any good or my topics are any good. I'm going to come back every week. I'm going to let everybody know exactly what's going on or how I felt, what I've been eating and stuff like that. So it'll be pretty easy if I'm just eating eggs. I don't have to do a lot of explanation there. But there's 121 different ways of cooking an egg. I particularly like hard-boiled eggs. That's just me. And let me know how you guys handle stress when you're trying to lose weight or you're just trying to stay on task. Because when you're stressed out and horribly agitated about life in general, we tend to eat a lot more. And if you're doing the carnivore diet like I am, the best advice I think I would have for that is just eat more meat. Just eat through the stress. And the same principle applies to when you're having cravings. Just eat meat when you're starting to crave any type of thing off the rail. And that tends to help keep me in track. So buy like little meat snacks, beef jerky, beef sticks, pack along some hard-boiled eggs. 3 hard-boiled eggs in the past has been able to curb every single craving I've ever had, especially throughout the day. And it took me a while to get away from that snacking mentality. So, all right, guys. I appreciate you all, and I hope to see you in the next one. Let me know what you think. Let me know how things are going for you. And as always, I hope to see you in the next one.